We live in a world where antibiotics were once miracles, but overuse in livestock is reversing that miracle. Bacteria in meat are evolving faster than medicine can keep up. I've got a study to share with you today, and it's going to change the way you look at your meat that you get from the grocery store. I'm Benjamin Fagan, health enthusiast, and here to share with you some health insights and help that can help improve your life. So let's get into it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video to help somebody else choose a better diet for themselves. Take a look at this. So it says multidrug-resistant Staphylococcus aureus in U.S. meat and poultry. So there is this, they're looking at here antibiotic-resistant bacteria in United States meat and poultry. This is a study that I'm going to be talking about. So there's a focus on retail meat and poultry across 5 U.S. cities. There is beef, pork, chicken, turkey. All of this was looked at. Good people, and I mean good, I mean that seriously. Good people eat what is sold to them, assuming that it's safe. But evidence suggests there's this invisible risk which may be sitting in the grocery aisle. And I've shared it with you just from the study. You already got a picture of what I'm getting into. Today, I'm going to break down what the study uncovered and what it means for the body and how to respond with wisdom. So if you're finding value already, so subscribe to my channel, subscribe to StudyWise Health for deeper health insights every week. Researchers collected meats from 26 grocery stores across 5 U.S. cities. Meats that were tested were beef, pork, chicken, and turkey. Their goal was to detect Staphylococcus aureus contamination and determine drug resistance patterns. This type of bacteria is linked to infections, boils, sepsis, pneumonia, and basically these things can be common and often underestimated. If this bacteria is in nearly half of meat products, how easily does it reach the human body? Let's go into what they found. Let's go into the results here and see what they found. On page 2. And look at this. Here we go. So this is their analysis, okay? So these are resistance profiles of the bacteria isolates collected in the study, right? And look at that. Wow. Yeah. So here's the results. So they collected and tested a total of 136 meat and poultry samples from 5 U.S. cities, encompassing 80 unique brands from 26 grocery stores. And so the contamination was most common among turkey samples, followed by pork, chicken, and beef. So 47% of all meat samples contained Staphylococcus aureus. 52% of isolated strains were multidrug-resistant. Let's do the breakdown. So turkey had 77% contamination, pork at 42%, chicken at 41%, beef at 37%. Turkey also had the highest multidrug-resistant strains at 79%. Wow. MDR means resistant to 3 or more antibiotics, making treatment of infections difficult. There's major tension here, and I'm going to highlight to you the major tension, okay? The meat appears normal. The meat appeared fresh. The meat appeared harmless on a plate. So contamination is invisible and danger is silent. So if you want more content like what I'm sharing with you right now, which is rooted in holistic living, hit like and share this video. By the way, let's get into some more here. The bacteria in the study showed resistance to major antibiotic classes like penicillin, ampicillin, erythromycin, and tetracycline. Ciprofloxacin and other antibiotics were also shown to be resistant to them. So even rare cases of vancomycin and other resistant strains were there. Vancomycin is often the last line of defense in hospitals. So antibiotics were never approved for routine use. I should say this, that antibiotics were never approved for routine livestock use at these levels that are shown in the study. So they've high antibiotic use is what I'm trying to say. So there's this resistance which is likely evolved from overuse in farming systems. If drug-resistant bacteria in food survive cooking, well, what then? So what kind of strains did they find? 15 distinct genetic sequence types were found, meaning that contamination is very diverse. There were 2 strains that dominated poultry products, which was ST5 and ST398. Now, strain 398 has been associated with livestock workers at zoonotic transmission. MRSA, which is this deadly hospital form, appeared in beef, pork, and turkey samples. I'm going to highlight that to you. I'm going to highlight it. MRSA, which is a deadly hospital form, appeared in beef, pork, and turkey samples. Like, deadly, right? This wasn't a fringe finding. This contamination was widespread. But most people assume infection comes only from hospitals. So failing to recognize foodborne risk leaves us totally unprepared. If these findings are challenging your assumptions, stay with me because I'm going to move to how this affects your body and what to do about it. This is the health application for you. The human body is designed for strength, clarity, and purity. Food is fuel, but it can also be a delivery system for disease. Resistant bacteria do not just die. They often teach other bacteria to become stronger as they are resisting and learning to overcome what they're being exposed to that kills them. Food is fuel, but it also can be a delivery system for disease, and you have to be aware of that. There's infection risk here for children, for elderly people, for immunosuppressed individuals, people with open wounds, people handling raw meat frequently can spread disease. But most people believe that cooking solves all bacteria problems. We need to be stewards of our bodies. Spiritual and biological stewardship requires deep awareness. So can contamination reach the body? Well, yes, of course. It can reach through cross-contamination on cutting boards. Can stuff get contaminated? Food get contaminated? Of course. There's another issue with this undercooked meat. Transfer to hands at the mouth or to the nose. Raw meat juices spreading on surfaces. There's inhalation of aerosol particles during preparation, which all can contaminate our bodies. Even one surviving strain can colonize the human body. So a big question that you may have is, does cooking fix it? Even though, let's say, 47% of U.S. meat products have this contamination, will cooking fix it? Well, heat destroys most bacteria when meat is cooked thoroughly. But dead bacteria still contain antibiotic-resistant DNA fragments. These fragments can interact with microbiome bacteria in the gut. Even killed pathogens may influence resistance. But does cooking sanitize? What about the need to sanitize kitchen surfaces? Well, yeah, we need to. Cutting boards, knives, sinks, all these things may host live bacteria long after meal prep ends. Safety is not only about what you eat, it's about what touches your food. If this is eye-opening to you, follow me for weekly content where I connect faith, science, and lifestyle all together. There are big implications. 47% of U.S. meat had Staphylococcus. This study isn't isolated. Similar findings appear globally. Industrial livestock systems use antibiotics routinely, not just for sickness, but for growth. Over time, this creates a breeding ground for superbugs. As resistance spreads, medical tools weaken. Eventually, humanity could face infections with no effective treatment, but deep inside, many believe better living is possible. We stand at a crossroads: convenience or conviction. If contaminated meat is this widespread, what is the safest path forward? Live intentionally. Do not eat meat unconsciously. What I mean by this is, if you're going to, steam it, boil it, bake it more, fry less. Increase fresh plant-based meals. Reduce reliance on animal protein as a dietary staple. When you use meat, cook thoroughly. Avoid cross-contamination. Sanitize surfaces with boiling water or vinegar. Gradually transition to more plant-centered patterns, rich in fiber and in phytochemicals. But change feels costly. So you need to weigh the cost of lifestyle change versus cost of disease. If you want more teaching on living clean and clear-mindedness, subscribe to this channel, StudyWise Health. Comment, "I want more," and share this video. Let me know, okay? So we've gone through the study, and now it's up to you to decide what you're going to do. You can choose to cook more, and worry more about what you're eating, or you can choose a plant-based diet, which is much healthier and safer. So I advocate for the plant-based diet, but if you have to eat meat, try to eat, do not eat pork, do not eat the shellfish, do not eat shrimp and these things. Try to eat healthy as much as you can because it's better for your health. And you want to live long for your family. You want to live long to enjoy life and to enjoy life more vibrantly with good health. So I hope you make the right decision here. And I hope this study has made it clear the right path to go. Thank you for watching.